All right. Welcome to the Auto Part channel. This is Cisco, my first video on YouTube. Hope you're having a good day and all. And on my first video, what I want to do is just tell you a few things about car and car maintenance. Just very elementary stuff. Nothing too advanced or anything like that. So to start things off, what you want to do first is pop your hood, look under your car. I have a 2014 Chevrolet Spark. All right, and the first thing you want to do is, particularly now, it's March the 2nd, and pretty soon here it'll be getting mild and getting warm here in the United States. So what you want to do is do some maintenance on your car, just very routine lookovers, anything that needs to be put in your car, like your air filter or anything like that. So what you can do first, what I like to do is just pop your hood, look under your car, make sure your fluids are looking good, make sure they're topped off. Right here, this is where the master cylinder is. It's used for your brake fluid. As you can see, let me zoom in here. You may can't see with this camera, you can see it barely. It is filled up where it should be. So that was good. Looking over here, let's look at the reservoir tank for the radiator, and that looks good too. Also would be a good time, well, I would say roughly about every week. It depends on your car. You know, some cars, newer cars, you may not need to look at your oil every week or every couple of weeks. Sometimes that is necessary if you have an older vehicle. But what I like to do is, since my car is a 2014, it's calendar year 2025. So usually I check my oil once a month. You know, I just look under the car. Sometimes, well, it's kind of hard. Let me bend down. The one thing I like to do with my car is look underneath the vehicle. Not looking at anything in particular. Just make sure there are no oil droppings on the ground. That could be a cause for concern. And as I stand up, find your dipstick, pull it out, and let's see here. My oil is looking good. Although, let me turn it around. Let's see. I have good, well, my oil is full, but it's time for me to get an oil change. It's a little darker than I would like, so. But you always want to have enough oil in your car engine. If not, what you would want to do is, hang on one second. Take the oil cap off here. Get you a funnel. And one thing important to make sure is that you always look at the oil cap. It tells you exactly what kind of oil your car or your truck needs. Be sure to buy that kind of oil. Don't purchase a oil that your car does not take, because if you do that, that could ruin your engine. It could. I'm not an expert or anything, but it could, and it likely will. So I know on this car right here, I do have the manual for it. But this is the type of oil that my car takes, 5W20. It can take a 0W20, but 5W20 is the recommended oil for my car. Let's see here. Another thing you can do too is look at your tires. What I like to do, I know my tires are dirty, but just look at your tires, see how they look. Do they have enough treading? One thing I've learned way back when is to do a penny test. And let's see. The tread on my tire, let me zoom in if I can. Let's see. All right, you can barely make out Abe Lincoln's head. But if you look at my tire, there is some tread left on here. However, I would say within the next few months or so, I will go ahead and start saving up to get some more tires put on my car. There's some treading left, but let's see here. Yeah, there we go. But you can tell that I have lost some tread on my tires, so what I'm going to do is start saving and getting some new tires sometime this calendar year. All right. That was the front tire, the front passenger tire. Let's look at the back tire and let's do the same thing. All right, this tire here, all right, if I can get it. Let's see. Man, hold on. All right, you can barely make out Abe Lincoln's head. But back here, you can tell that I do need some tires on here as well. As I said, I'll save up to get some more tires, some new tires. But sometimes your tires get bare. Sometimes you'll see the metal wiring inside the tire become exposed. If that ever happens, make sure you get new tires immediately. If you cannot afford new tires, brand new tires, just if you can, go to a used tire store and get you some used tires put on your car, because that's a bad scenario to be in. It's very dangerous to ride on a car with bad tires like that. Let's see. This is where my wiper fluid goes into, and let's look down in there. Let's see. You can make it out some. I still have some in there. I can see the line just a little bit. I've lost some sunlight out here, but there is some down in there. Let's see what else you can do. Right here, if you look at my car, this is where the air filter goes. I don't have a screwdriver with me. I would unscrew that and show you what the air filter looks like, but I don't have one with me right now. So that might be a future video. But that's where the air filter in my car goes. Like I say, here's the radiator fluid, coolant, antifreeze, whatever you want to call it. Oil goes here. Let's see. And one thing I like to do too as well, whenever I just check my car, underneath my car, always look at the hoses that connect to your radiator. Like, well, my big arm is in the way now, but always check your hoses. Like, here's one here. Make sure make sure your hose is not pierced or cut, damaged in any kind of way. Because if it is, I mean, you'll know something. You don't want to be driving and you see a big puddle of coolant on the ground. So just look over your hoses, check your oil, look at your filter, and check your tires. Hold on. And another thing I've done is that I've got brand new wiper blades put on my car. The previous pair I had on there, they were very, very bad. Finally got that replaced. And, besides keeping your car clean, obviously, and mine does not, I'm going to show you the inside of my car real fast. This is where the cabin air filter goes. That's my glove compartment. There's a thing you press down, if I can get it. Uh-oh. Maybe I can. But yeah, the cabin air filter's behind my glove compartment. Oh man, forgot how you... Oh man. Come on. It's not working with me today. But pretty much, this is where the cabin air filter goes. Take this glove compartment out, lift the latch up, and you just take it out, put a new one in. I'll save that for another video. But right now I just wanted to go over some basic, very, very, very elementary stuff. Very elementary stuff, just in case, let's say you're a young person, this is your first time driving or having a car and you want to take care of it. That's some of the stuff that you can do. There are other stuff as well, but just make sure everything's all right. Yeah, make sure your pedals, I mean, this is going extreme, but make sure there's nothing wrong with your pedals or anything like that. Nothing wrong with your steering wheel, transmission, anything like that. All right, well, this is it for my first ever video on YouTube. You can catch me on, I'm planning to start other channels as well. So I'm going to have a total of 3 channels eventually. But this right here, this is my first video on the Auto Part channel. This is Cisco. Have a good day.